Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Wow, it seems like it's been a minute since I've been in here, but I didn't forget about you guys. And I'm going to do my best to catch us up on the weekend energies and then fill you in on what's going on. September is still quite interesting. First and foremost, let's welcome all of our newest subscribers to the Love Train. And also, if you're new today, please drop it in the comments below so that I can give you a special shout out and also let other members of the Love Train know that you may be in their area. Now, full disclosure, I did not check over the weekend for any new, but I see that there were some new subscribers on board. So I'm using this opportunity to give you a special welcome. And please let me know in the comments if you did find us over the weekend. So lots to talk about, lots to talk about. I'm going to get into, I did, by the way, I pulled graphs for Friday, Saturday night into Sunday, and then last night leading into this morning so that everybody can get caught up. And then you can let me know in the comments how this is affecting you. What's going on in your world? Okay, and then I have a special announcement about a special group opportunity that I was guided to present. And there's a funny story that goes along with it. So, but let's start with this. Let's start with what's been going on with the energy. Okay, remember we were in this other pattern, like forever, off and on, integrating, purging, integrating, purging. So this was Friday night. So you see, we got this burst of high frequency energy again, though. It's all in the crown area, right? So we're still getting these are powerful activations in the crown and the third eye. Also the throat. So all of these are in the same chakra area. And why? We're still being encouraged to speak our truth and speak our authentic truth. So it's like, what are we holding on to? Where are we trying to make something happen where it's not, where you're just like basically not telling yourself the truth about a situation? But you already feel that it's not working. I liken this to the story of a fly trying to get out of a window, and it's there working on it and working on it for hours. And right behind the fly is an open door. Well, all of us as humans we've been that fly. And when, we think there's only one way out, there we think there's only one way out. And sometimes you have to turn your head completely in the other direction to recognize that there's an opening. I know. Yes. Been there. Been there, done that. Did it recently, and I'm going to share that story in a minute. Okay, so this was Friday. I'm going to take a quick break here and switch it over to, not a break, you won't feel it. I'm just going to switch screens 1 sec. Okay, this is Sunday morning. I moved the noodle, but you can see, so this was pulled early Sunday morning. But look at this. This was probably wreaking havoc because this is deep purging here. There's some light in there, but you can just see when it's surrounded by all of this type of integration. This is, and it's focused. Where's it focused? It's in our spiritual centers, right? Where all of our spiritual energy is, because that is what this awakening is. That's what our realization is. We're embodying, right? We're remembering that we're a soul focused into a body, not the other way around. I know the noodle doesn't like these terms at all because the noodle thought it was in charge. But anyway, and then you can see it goes back into this integration. And this can be affecting you in so many different ways. Let me know in the comments how you've been doing. How did you feel over the weekend? This one Saturday, because this is up to Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. This just took me out on Saturday. I was so exhausted, and I thought, you know what I did? I went from my bed to my chaise lounge. I might have gone upstairs on the roof for a little sunbathing and then back to the chaise lounge. And I mean, I did minimal activity, and that's okay because it's what I felt. I felt like not moving. So I was like, whatever is going on, soaking it in. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay, 1 second. Let me switch to today's graph. It's got a little more juice going on. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into it. So here we go. So this was 8 p.m. I marked this where this full body spike came in. This was 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. And then again, you can see this pattern repeats. It got a little weaker here, but it's still coming down a little bit lower than but you can see then again, it's still, and even this was pulled at 6 a.m. this morning. So over here is going to be the 6 a.m. But you can see overnight, we're still, this is helping more and more to awaken. And then for those who are awakened, this is really digging deep. And it's like, what are you holding on to? So I got a funny story for you guys, because I literally did this the other day. I think it was Friday. So, how, and it poses the question because it shows you your behavior and what might be in your field. So how do you handle something in your house not working, or something broken or not working in your house? So I'm going to give you an example. So the other day I have a cabinet here in my condo that has these locks. They're interior locks and they're hidden, and you use like a digital card to swipe it. Well, the card stopped working. And now one of the cabinets when I arrived here just popped open on its own. I was like, oh, because I was wondering how I was going to get in there. I had like clothing and stuff. It's like my owner's cabinet. And then the other one I think doesn't even have anything meaningful in it. It's probably like baby shampoos and stuff like that. But all of a sudden Friday, I thought, I'm gonna get this sucker open. So I'm like Googling it. I look up the website. I still had the owner's manual. I even had unprogrammed key cards. I start reprogramming new ones. And I'm working on this and working on this and working on this for like an hour. I'm like trying to get this thing to open. I'm like, I'm going to outsmart it and get it to release. And all of a sudden, my guides, I sat down and I was like, what am I doing? And my guides are like, are you done? And I was like, why am I doing this? And they said, well, let's take a look at this. And it was so cool because what it showed me is that I had a history of not asking for help when I need it. And they said, I'm pretty sure that the security guard on his tool belt has something and he can pop that open in a second. But you chose not to ask for help. But then we went deeper with it. And it was a history of not asking for help because during a trauma or during repeated trauma, there was no help. So it was that I'm giving up. I'm not even going to ask for help. I'm going to solve this. And or that I'll show you is that other energy that came up for me that, oh, okay, you think I can't open this? I'll show you. All of that's dense energy. And so I went through that whole rabbit hole exercise so that I could heal that, had to come forward. And I was laughing at myself because I knew, I was like, well, every time I tried a new thing to open it, I was like, what are you doing? It was like so silly. But remember, everything happens for us. And I was like, this was what I call like banging your head against the wall until it's bleeding. And you go, oh, maybe I could just ask for help. So in the spirit of asking for help, and with that in mind, this morning, after I did some meditation, I was guided to create a monthly group Ascension energy guidance and energy healing class. So what I'm going to do is I'll be talking about whatever's in the field, right? Whatever's going on for the collective, whatever we're clearing. And then also we're going to be doing group meditations and also energy healings for helping to release, because this is a critical transformational time we're in right now. And the last and the deepest and the most stubborn things that we're not letting go of, which is like for me, was asking for help, comes forward for healing. So I'm going to be I put together the first session for this coming Saturday, and I'll put all the details in the description below. And then there will also be a post a little bit later today in the community section about how you can join it. And I was guided to put this together for the main reason I've gotten many, many requests recently for private sessions, but it wasn't really practical for everyone to be able to do a private session. So this is going to be an economical way for those of you who really do want the guidance. And then being in a group, You learned so much. I would say 90% of the healing work that I did with mentors and guides was in group settings, because sometimes somebody else brings forth something that maybe you were even afraid to talk about, or you didn't have an awareness around it till they said it. So there's a great benefit. They will be private lessons held on Zoom, and you'll get the recording afterwards. And it's gonna be a lot more economical than a private one-to-one session. Now, some of you still need a private session, and that still exists as well. But this group is going to meet on Saturdays, because I wanted to also make it time friendly for those of you who are at the JOB during the week. So I hope that that will help those of you who've been reaching out and need a little extra support, but needed a budget-friendly way of doing it. So I will be providing that beginning on Saturday, and I'll have, again, there'll be some posts about it in the description and also in the community section. Now, let's continue and talk about this. Okay, so this is like the first full body zap that we've gotten in a while. And the reason is that literally September energies, completion and healing and reconciliation. And I know I keep saying this, I keep saying it for a reason, because there are still some who are trying to improve or fix, right? We're not improving or fixing our 3D life, our 3D reality. We're creating the 5D while simultaneously allowing the 3D one to drop off. The drop off part can feel in the noodle like it's tragedy. I promise you it's not. There's more of like a fading away. And I know there's a lot of you that are at what feels like a crossroads where you need to make a big decision on a relationship or a job or something that feels like your survival is at stake. And so this is where the really beginning to learn to trust yourself and trust that you're a powerful creator comes into play. Okay. And so whatever's coming forward and causing this fear, know that it is coming forward for healing. And then how can we focus forward? What do we want to create, right? We're doing strong and beautiful creation in the focus group, right? And it's great to have some kind of a distraction. What things bring you joy? What are the things in your heart that you say, wouldn't that be fun to do? What's something new that you've always wanted to learn, right? I'm taking an online boating class now. I have a captain's license in sailing, but I was like, you know what? I think I want to learn me some speedboat driving. So I've always loved speedboats. So I'm like, I was staring at a boat at the marina, literally going, why are you not doing that? Do you take your own advice? Hello. So I've signed up and I'm doing that. So things like that. It's like, oh, wouldn't it be fun to do that? Why? Because this gets you into the higher alignment with your soul's purpose. Anything that would bring your heart joy aligns you to all that you want to bring into your field. So wanted to share that with you guys today, but please let me know in the comments how you're doing. And again, a warm welcome to those of you who are brand new. And I see so many of you referring like your friends and your family. That's like the biggest honor ever for you to bring in your loved ones. For those of you who are solo on this journey, please remember you are not. You have this community, and many of you knew, myself included. Now I see in hindsight how things have unfolded throughout my 3D life, that there was going to be an isolation period. That is not permanent. We were all meant to be united in community. And that's what we're doing here on the love train. So welcome. I love all of you so, so much. Thank you for your kind notes. They all like really, really make my day. You have no idea. Because I too was, for a long time, I was talking to myself. Now I get to talk to you guys. Makes it a lot more fun. And you guys actually answer. So have a beautiful, beautiful Monday or Tuesday, wherever you are on this amazing planet, and hang in there. I know this feels like a really like crazy energies, but it is all coming things are coming to completion, and that does not mean awful things are happening to you. It means great things are becoming available for us to play with. So there you have it. So, all right, have a beautiful evening or morning wherever you're at. Ciao.